aka Skinz wins. Fatality.
What's up? Sub-Zero in the house. Old school. MK1. What you saying, man? What you know about that, homeboy? Who's there? Nevergoon is here. What's up, my brother? What's up, my brother? How are you? I hope you can hear my voice through this Sub-Zero mask. Hey, Triple everyone. What up, everybody? Owen Foster. How's your day been, Triple B? It's been okay, man. Been okay. A bit stressful trying to organize the live at the last minute. This is my only video. Actually, it's not my only video today. I've done the AKA Skinz video. Have you seen the AKA Skinz video? We can hear you fine and clear. Good. I'm going to try and speak loud because I've got this on my face, you know? Because this is for the Sub-Zero look. Fatality. Yeah, did you like the intro? What did you thought about the intro, man? I thought it was pretty cool. There's a longer version, right, that I made live. There's a longer version that I made live, so have a look at that, homeboys. See how that's going. Let me see. You can check it out. I'm sure you'll like it. It's a bit of a last-minute job, this. I thought, well, hang on. I'm going to go live. I'm going to do at least 2 lives a week minimum. I'm going to go live tomorrow for the fights. The main one is Paddy Donovan vs Lewis Crocker. And there's also Hull Bum Eubank vs Tyrone McKenna. So I'll be doing both fights, going back and forth. It's hot in this, blood. I tell you what, it's hot. Sub-Zero, I can't believe you can fight under this. Shit'll be looking like an assassin. Owen, have you never seen Mortal Kombat? Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero wins. Sub-Zero wins. You know, he's like, you remember the original one? Sub-Zero. Fight! Pop, 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 pop. Sub-Zero wins. Fatality. Oh, dear me. I can't believe nobody knows what I'm talking about. Yes, my wiggers. What do you say? Oh, Owen Foster has. Yeah, yeah. This is what Sub-Zero would do together. Boom, 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 boom. Finish him. Sub-Zero wins. Fatality. That's KJ, by the way. Headless KJ. What a bum he is. Belt Schmertz in the house. What up, brother? Good to see you. The only problem with this is I can't drink. I mean, I didn't get a YouTube notification. Blood clot. I thought for a second your mask had the Foster's logo. I don't support no brands. They can pay me. They can pay me some shekels and I'll support them. Did anyone have, I can't believe no one's getting notified. Well, I can believe. Of course they're not, because I'm shadow banned, because they hate success and truth tellers. Triple B wins. Fatality. Yeah, man. I remember back in the day, man, I was a youth playing that. I'd never seen anything like it in the arcades. Like, the gameplay was not that good, really. You know, but the graphics being, you know, photorealistic and the fatalities and the blood, that was awesome, man. They shadow banned base channels. Yeah, of course, bro. You know, I expect that. I've had loads of people go, why isn't your channel big? Right in the comments. I've had loads of haters as well attack the channel. I've upset the Samoans, which is weird because I'm friends with Samoans. But because I said Parker's doing PEDs, the signs are he's doing PEDs, and he's part of a meth ring, I get attacked. You know? Oh, Samoans are naturally big. I said, well, yeah, maybe, but, you know, suddenly put on 20 pounds age 33 overnight, working with the biggest TUE doctor in the UK, do you? You know what I'm saying? You're not the only one, bro. Yeah, I know. There's not that many base boxing channels. There's Nordic. I reckon Porky gets a bit shadow banned because he's not especially based, but he speaks the truth. I first Street Fighter to Mortal Kombat. Yeah. The Street Fighter 2, you mean, right? Street Fighter 2. The first one was fairly whack. Street Fighter 2 was awesome, but Champion Edition, but Hadouken, Shoryuken. Yeah, that was awesome, man. The gameplay was so much better, but there was something very dark about Mortal Kombat. When you saw a fatality for the first time, you're like, blood clot. It was like this. Ah! Sub-Zero with Triple B wins. Fatality. Ah! That's what I did to Gage. If Gage wasn't on his PDs, I'm sure I'd knock him out. Boxing Classics HQ. What are you saying, blood? Did you see Trump, Vance, and Zelensky arguing? That was like, yeah. It was funny. And Trump's right and Vance is right, to be honest. They should just tell him to go jump in a lake. And he's getting so attacked in the UK. Oh, it's pathetic, the news. It's not the news, obviously. There's a woman going, they blame Zelensky for starting a war. When, of course, we all know that Russia and Putin did it. Really? It's a lot more complex than that, you T-bomb. But BBC, which stands for Buggering British Children. Owen Foster, seen the video, Greg Haugen, tough man. Yeah, RIP to him. I didn't put any footage in, really, because I wanted to get it out quickly, but hey guys, PETs are illegal, so you can't do them. He's never failed a test. Oh, Maloney's in the pub. Some dude getting emotional over football. I haven't realised there was any kind of football on. What is it, bro? FA Cup or something? Triple BB is Nordic word. Nordic and I are pals. Nordic and I support each other. We're both Christian and based. I've met Nordic at a fight. So yeah, we're all good, man. Why would you fight each other, man? We've both been... Nordic did this real good video on the worst referee ever. I can't remember his name now. Some American dude, and he got over 1 million views. I mean, that's good money. That's great views for a boxing channel. And then he said, unfortunately, that after a bit of truth talking, I got shadow banned. So yeah, I forgot there was the first one. Yeah, I mean, it was an old. The technology wasn't that good. I was always more of an SF. Yeah, Street Fighter 2 fight. I used to watch it in the arcade and go, I'm not playing that. I want something realistic. I don't like the fireballs and that. And I used to play Fatal Fury too. Apparently that's all blown up now, isn't it? That's the name of the next fight, isn't it? Of Turkey's next fight. But Fatal Fury, I just tried to be different. Oh, I'm a Fatal Fury guy, not Street Fighter 2 guy. But then I played Street Fighter 2 and bought it on the consoles, and it was just awesome. Zelensky wearing a suit, you punk. Yeah. And in the intro, it's so pathetic how they make him out to be a warrior in the WT. Oh, he's on the front line and he's wearing combat gear all the time. Because to show he's not like a lot, he's snorting yayo, laughing at how many Christian Ukrainians are dying in the war. Yeah, he loves his sniff. Have you seen his so-called comedy? It's cringe. He plays the piano with his Corey. It's pathetic, man. Yeah. I mean, the point is, unfortunately, Trump is good value and fun. He's a lot more fun than Biden, the old senile fool, and Clinton, the baby killer. But he's also bought, as we know. Have you seen the AI Trump Gaza video? Bad casinos and buildings on Gaza and bearded belly dancers. No. Is it good? Is it worth watching? Dull Blue Collar Sports TV is based to. Yeah, sorry, right. Blue Collar Sports TV. I've chatted with him. He's come on the. He's not come on the show, but he's come on the comments. Yeah. He's good. I think I got. Actually, you know what? You reminded me. I think I got desubscribe you. Have you ever been desubscribed from a base channel? A lot of my subs said, yeah. Suddenly, I'm not subscribed to you anymore. I used to get desubscribed from Lee Talks Boxing all the time. Talking of which, where are you, Lee? Yeah, I think I got Let me check. Hang on. No, I'm still subscribed, but it doesn't send me. It doesn't tell me when there's new videos coming up. Yeah, he's base. Lawrence Cole was the referee. That's right. That's a great video by Nordic. And, 1 million views is absolutely great for a boxing channel. And what happened? It's just very weird. I saw the Fatal Fury. That was the right thing. Ben Eubank press. Very weird. It's all very weird, isn't it? Football is one of the most toxic and animalistic sports out there. Everyone argues about each other's opinions. Footballers themselves are sport rich. I know you see Graham go, what? I should have paid 4-3-3 or whatever it is. I don't care, do I? He's got. Why doesn't he bring Rashford on? And these grown men, age 60, are getting upset in the pub. It's insane. Football was invented as a sport so that kids could let off some steam, and learn about teamwork. That's it. Grown men are not meant to watch it. People. I mean, don't get me wrong. When I I was younger. I get really into the football. I mean, not stupidly into the football. Some of these guys live their life. I once went to a match. I've been to a couple of Premiership matches, and some of I just look at it's like being at the zoo. You look around at these crazy animals who probably really docile in life, and they get insane. You back Ben, total mismatch. You back too big, Ben wide open. Yeah, sometimes Ben could look really violent on the pads and on the bag, but that's just the bag and the pads. And you know, believe me, he'll definitely be doing PDs. I'll just get a proper masking agent this time. I think Eubank's too big. Yeah, I support Man United for my father. That's my only connection to football. Oof, well, you know, I don't support anybody. I used to, but I don't anymore. It's bad. It shows something about Trump. What's bad? You sound like a gay J. I don't know what's going on in the Ukraine, but I know it's not nice. It shows. I mean, what do you mean? I mean, Trump's bought. I mean, I don't know if you're anti-Trump or pro-Trump, but it doesn't matter. He's bought, man. Oh, and how he's bought. Sorry. Yeah. Agreed. Never good. But it's good that they're showing that. The normies won't believe it, though. The nonsense the BBC will come. Oh, he's terrible. He's an autocratic. He's dangerous. You know, he's actually trying to. I mean, right? If you separate yourself from the fact that normies are idiots and the mainstream media is all lies, Trump's actually trying to stop the war. You know, YouTube is sneaky. Yeah. I've been desubscribed from it a few times. Also, comments deleted. Yeah, all the time deleted. I've had comments that are not even in the least bit controversial, and they get removed. I should stick a lump on Eubank to win by KO. Is it? I'm assuming it's a 12-rounder, yeah? The AI Trump Gaza has a golden statue of Trump represents the golden calf. Wow. The Israelites used to watch it. That's right, before they got punished. Whitaker deals with Liam Cameron too. All right, okay. Points or stoppage? Fight Film and Thunderdome and base boxing channel. Fight Film is a weird one. And let me tell you this, he's not as base as you think. You tell you all you know someone isn't based. They won't talk about a certain question, right? You don't have to be telepathic, but if you know, you know. There's a certain question you can't talk about. Fight Film never does that. He never even mentions it. You know why? Well, he's been proven to be part of that community. So he can't be truly based, can he? Thunderdome. What's Thunder? Yeah, so don't listen to Fight Film. He's not based, man. He'll pretend to be. He's controlled opposition. Okay. Someone found out his real name, and guess what? It's from Poland, and it's a name from a certain community. So, what do you know about that, homeboy? So, don't trust him. Thunderdome. What, boxing? All right, I'll have a look. See what you got there. I've never heard of him. I'll have a look. Okay. I mean, the things, I don't watch that many channels anymore. I'm pumping out videos. I'm trying to get on with my life. I don't watch that much. When I do watch stuff, I might watch the odd fight. No, I mean, you know, even old fights, I can't be bothered. If there's some mega... I watched the Eubank Ben press conference because everyone's going, watch it, it's funny. And I was like, yeah, it's actually quite good fun. Oh, and I'm subbed them to, yeah, Trump is a tool of the small. Great channels. Thanks, bro. I've just subscribed to Thunderdome. All those football fans arguing fight over rich footballers that don't even know they exist, nor do they care, man. And they move to the next club. It's just pathetic, man. Football fans are the most tragic of all sports fans because, you know, and I know why it appeals for them. It's a tribal aspect. You're working all week for a rubbish wage and then you've got something to drink to and buzz to and talk about, but it's classic bread and circus. Ukrainians getting free houses, flats, along with other... Oh, no, it's embarrassing. Hello, M&M. My name is M&M. What up? Big up, bro. Who do you support, Chubby? If you don't want to answer, it's okay. Who did I support? Oh, football team. A London one. That's right. You can't talk about that, blood. And this is why, you know, Fight Film won't talk about that. Why? He's from that community. Imagine football fans use their violent energy to stop those in powers. Yeah. Well, that's part of the bread and circus thing. I can't remember. It was a Greek philosopher or Roman philosopher, and they said, give them bread and circus, and they will never revolt. He's actually a fool. He should have put bread, circus, and shelter. Because there's no point having entertainment and food if you're getting wet all the time and you can't get warm. So he should have added shelter. But basically, he's just saying, you know, You know, make sure they eat. You know, they got and give them some entertainment to get obsessed with, and you can do what you want with them. I didn't know about Fight Film. Well, I know. I only found out. I found out about 4 months ago. I'm not going to dox him. I know his name, but I'm not going to dox him. But believe me, I said it, and it's real. Boring caller keeps on milking his lymph. You know, whatever. Good evening, everybody. Hello, Cyborg, my Australian brother. It's got to be early out there. I always ask you this. It always is, though. Yeah, is Ben v. Bank fight drug tested? That's a good point. Actually, that's a good point. Let's have a look. I haven't heard much about it. You would have thought they'd insist, but I mean, not that makes that much difference. Okay, it makes it, you know, VADA and the other ones, UCAD, they're not perfect. You know, someone on UCAD, right, was a drug tester in the 2012 Olympics where Gage fought. She lives a couple of miles away from Gage, or used to, yeah. And she's from the same tribe of Nigeria from him. And she was a tester at the Olympics. And I exposed her on my old channel. And she was a director of UCAD. After I exposed her, she stepped down. So what do you know about that? So Ben Eubank 2, let's have a look. You got to put junior, don't you? Otherwise you might get the dads. I mean, the old days, they never drug tested anyone, really, did they? Or no one used to fail. Yeah, I don't know. I'll look at it later. I'm not the biggest fan of Fight Film because he never really has anything positive to say. Don't mind him. I used to watch him. Like I said, I used to watch a few channels. I don't really now, mainly because I watch a bit of Nordic and so on. Blue collar sports. I'm just concentrating on pumping the videos out. I mean, I should have 5 times as many subs. I looked to analyze the data. At least 5 times as many subs, 5 times as much earnings, 5 times as much views. My average view per video is less now with 6,000 subs than it was when I had 1,000 subs. Bro, you look like you're gonna rob my phone on the eBay. This is Sub-Zero, brother. I told Sub-Zero wins. Fatality. Flawless victory. I'm Sub-Zero, blood. Rule the mob and you will rule Rome. Yeah. Thank you, Darren James. Ben scaring Shalom funny. He's not a fighter, Shalom, but he's a bit of an idiot, Ben. He thinks he's in fact he has been, hasn't he? In one of those Last of the Foot Soldier. You know that they carry on, they really milk that, don't they? The Pat Tate story. Yeah. And Ben was Conor Ben was playing his dad in sparring, wasn't he? But he likes to play like, yeah, you're what a melt you are, bruv. Yeah, this, that. He lives in Australia and Spain. But he likes that sort of old Cockney accent. But I prefer that to, yes, blood, what's happening, blood? What's happening? 7:20 a.m. Good to see you, brother. Do you go to work? Do you have to go to work? Stay and watch Triple B's show. Usman said VADA was pretty solid. It's UCAD that was a joke. Yeah, because UCAD was run by Gay J's pal, who lived near him. It's from the same Nigerian tribe. Did you find anything on John Fury disowning Tyson? No. The only thing I heard it was a Nordic stream. Was it incorrect? I probably am. I haven't. No, I didn't. I didn't look thoroughly, but I would imagine he's pretty angry at him because he likes the limelight, don't he, John Fury? Because his bum job, his bum, what's it called, career was never in the limelight. So and he's probably a bit bitter that Tyson Fury banned him from the corner. Someone said the Black Collar was the reason he got banned. Something about how he was scheming to play both sides of the interval. Yeah, I'm not interested about the past. I'm not. Right. Remember, I'm not getting into these beefs and toxicity. It's people can think what they want, man. ACWQ, never man. Never seen a man who doesn't know Sub-Zero. Wow, well done, bro. Sub-Zero wins. Fatality. Flawless victory. Of course, they're not beating these guys. They're illegal. He's never failed a test. Okay, guys? Where is that idiot? Oh, there he is. Oh, he can't talk. Wait, I've got to take his mask off. Oh, I've ripped his face. Hey guys, you've got to wear the mask to protect the old peoples. I think I have to make a new puppet, man, or burn him. Burn this puppet anyway. Yeah, that's better. Hey, now we're safe. I wear 3 masks, okay, guys? Yeah, your version. What's up? Ben Shalom's got them soulless eyes and unemotional voice. He's screaming, dogged. Oh, he's very creepy. And that greasy face and his big nose. His problem boxing is shill. Does he just? He's someone who makes non-red pill videos. I'm not sure if he's a shill. I don't watch it. I think he's extremely cringe. I mean, well done to him. He's found a niche. He makes very good views. Someone said they knew who he was, but he was an ex-boxer. But I don't think so. It doesn't sound like him at all. So, also, I'm pretty sure that ex-boxer is way too punchy to make a channel that's sophisticated. God, his evil stepmother, James Mayo, long lost brother, Jimmy Savile. Yeah, probably does exactly the same stuff as Savile. How old is Eddie Hearn? He looks about 74. That Aussie skank guy looks like just a glorified hooker rather than boxer. Dreadful to watch. I mean, all these women boxers are. I mean, the so-called pretty ones. What Ebony Biatches? Has she had a kid yet? I mean, I think I'm blocked from following her. Joe Joyce was offered to Parker. Joe turned him down. Is that for sure? Has that come out? I mean, which Joe turned him down? Joe Joyce or Joe Parker, brother? They're both called Joe. Which Joe? Which Joe turned down which Joe? Betty Shalom would send someone coming out of a cave to sleep. You know, the most important thing about boxing is that we're bringing diversity to the table. You know, and the women's boxing show is more popular than the men. Most of the time, the women are better than the men, aren't they? Aren't they, Jonathan Licht? Professional boxing is cringe. His humour gets annoying off. Yeah, I was like, he's got his little niche. It's a Kazi channel. There's no doubt. He's got his niche, and he does great views. And you know, I can't hate on that. I think he probably is deliberately cringe, and he realizes it works. I don't know. He can't watch his videos and sit back and go, it's so funny, because it's just whack. But the problem is, you know, if you've got a brain and a high IQ, and you know, you're not going to be amused by that, man. Oh, Maloney, Parker. Oh, Parker said no. Oh, because Joe's fit as well, isn't he? Because of he's fighting Patrick Corte, is it? Is it this weekend? Yeah, it's tomorrow, right? So I've got 3 fights to follow tomorrow. I've got Holland Eubanks. Sorry, Holland Eubanks is next week, isn't it? I can't remember. Can someone tell me? But tomorrow is Joe Joyce v Patrick Corte. Obviously, they're heavyweights. I want to watch it. See how shocked Joyce is. I mean, Corte's got no chin, right? He can punch, but he's got no chin. Even Hugh Fury, I think, stopped him. He looked like Marciano. And then you've got Paddy Donovan v Lewis Crocker, which is a real good fight. Anyone care about Lewis Crocker, Paddy Donovan? I do, yeah. I think we'll see it. I mean, Lewis Crocker, I mean, I don't think he'll be world class. Paddy Donovan, I don't know. People are talking about it. We'll see. STI, Mr. Needle in boxing. I actually like the Eubank Jr. aggression. We need more venom in boxing. Oh, I know. There's always the problem is that they're always beasts, but they're fake. But Chris Eubank Jr. I didn't like him, but he can be quite based, and I've grown. He's grown on me, you know. He's right. You know, I didn't. So Frank Warren, scumbag. Eddie Hearn, who wanted me to follow drug dealer, scumbag. Wasserman sued me for 200 grand, scumbag. Billy Joe Saunders, scumbag. And he always keeps that arrogant smile on his face, right? He doesn't really get angry, does he? His aggression is more passive aggressive. You know, obviously the egg was good, but Crocker Donovan, yeah, who's going? I'm going for Donovan, but it's in Crocker's backyard. I found the response on the Shiraz video is funny. Trolls saying Shiraz. Well, I don't think they're trolls. They're just so they don't know boxing, or they support. They're big Shiraz fans, or you know they're Kazis that don't know anything. They just watch the what's it called? the commentary, which is just ridiculous. I mean, Adama's pissed it, man. See how Dave Allen was on the Audi card, a super fight needs to be made. Mark Damore, Dave Allen for what shit is possible. I mean, Dave Allen would win in about 3 rounds. That's the thing. Eduardo Hernandez in the States. Oh, Javon Gay Davis is fighting Lamont Roach. I looked at a bit of Roach on the pads and I looked at his record. I'm like, I'm not really that interested. I'll watch it the next day. Milan, what's up, bro? Prince Naz needs to ask which camera to look into. Which camera should I look into to tell Harlem Eubank to call it a day? I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him get hurt. But you should say the same thing to his son, Adam Hamid. I actually got a video, like a skit thing, and it's got Prince Nazim saying, "Which camera do I have to look in to tell Adam Eubank to call it a day?" Because Adam Hamid is such a bum as well. Kind of bum dresses like a waiter dressed in black. Another guy I'm not fond of is Ty Muth. He seems so depressing. Generally, he hasn't got a laugh out of him. Saw your video about him as well. What's true about Kelbrook? What are you joking? Well, I wasn't there, so I can't tell you. But that's what I was told from people that live in Sheffield. So, I mean, he's definitely fruity. He used to be funny for about. He really was gold for about 3-4 months till he had his first channel ban. And then he just stopped doing videos. He started doing lives. He started being creepy, and he revealed that he was a nonce. A girl came on a show and revealed that he had a threesome with her friend, and she was so drunk and high on drugs that they plied her with that she couldn't even consent. He's a police informer, so there you go. He's got no friends. Notice that he's got 0 friends. Never trust anyone with 0 friends. Eubank's a bit of a hypocrite. Non-stop talk about the failed test, but was up for keeping it quiet when fighting for an extra minute. Yeah, that's the game, man. I don't even. They will all. Look, when you're being offered a lot of money, they'll make a hypocrite out of anybody. Booth was a crap boxer. Yeah, he fought Eubank Jr., didn't he? I thought he did all right with Eubank Jr. Was good. What's that Polish guy battered him? Gregor Proxer and a few other guys. But I'll big up to B. Yes, he needs to tell Adam which camera should I look into to tell Adam Hamid to call it a day. At least the other one, Sammy or whatever, has got the right idea. He does misfits like Roman Fury's doing. He's like, you got to understand, we'll make more money from our name from and like Tommy Fury, Roman Fury, Sammy Hamed or whatever. They realize the money's in there for guys like that. They're not good enough to be boxers. They should. Adam Hamid has tried to be a pro boxer, but if he's got any brain, he'll go to misfits. Shiraz threw invisible punches. It was as fast as the speed of light. Too fast for David Surya. Yeah, it didn't hurt. It didn't have no sting. By the way, I hope you watched the video. You remember? I exposed it clearly. Because Fish Eye's like, oh, he hurt. It's crazy, right? He's like, yeah, he hurt his right hand. That's why he couldn't throw it. And then it cuts to an image of Shiraz showing his swollen hand in the ring. And it's his left hand. The hand he used. The jab that he was using all the time. And it's swollen. It's not broken. It's not broken. Oh, he's got a swollen hand because he went 12 round. He kept on punching, using it. Well, so what? Loads of boxers, you see their hands after fights are swollen. So he got it wrong. He lied. There was no problem with his hand because he used it again and again and again. What he didn't throw was the right hand because he was scared and he's a coward and he's a bum. Yeah. And Fish Eyes is a charlatan. Yeah, I don't watch any of his shows, or I don't get involved in that clique. I should never have. Even you said, Michael, and other people said, just don't get involved with those idiots. I shouldn't have done. It's still so sad that Adamas didn't win. Yeah, boxers fight their whole lives, training, selling, just to be screwed. The good news is, at least it was a draw, so he keeps the title, and he may get a rematch, which will pay a lot. So I mean, if it was actually given to Shiraz, I mean, that would be just dreadful. When growing up, my dad would tell me, "Oh, you're a youngster." About Nigel Benn and Chris Eubank. He wasn't fond on Eubank, but loved Ben. Yeah, I like both. Eubank's weirdness has grown on me for some reason. Well, the modern Chris Eubanks is just loopy. He's lost his mind. And you know how he was on a double-decker bus at the front for the Queen's funeral? It's very weird. He's definitely a shill. They pushed a closing plan for him. At the time, I was a Nigel Benn fan. I wanted him to win, but I couldn't help but respect Eubank for his toughness, his chin, his originality. You know, he was so different. It was, and you know, it was the perfect match, and it was on a Sunday. It had like 20 million viewers or something. Turkey told Shiraz he was losing. May have been yeah. I mean, that's really odd as well. You can't hurt your man through 4 jabs and through. Sometimes you get swollen hands after heavy bag weight. Yeah, if you hit it, you know, you catch something weirdly and the swelling's there. It's like sometimes a boxer's, it doesn't look like they're taking a really hard shot, but it's caught a nerve or something, and their face will swell. Shiraz's match was rigged. I mean, so much, it was ridiculous. But even if you read in boxing news, like, oh, there's some clown who's never written before for boxing news. He even said, oh, yeah, Shiraz hurt his right hand. It's like, well, no, it's so blatantly. He's showing his left hand in the ring, all swollen. Why do people perpetuate that lie? Huh? And the commentary was biased. Even boxing news is saying, oh, it was quite close. It caused a bit of controversy. Adam's pissed it, right? Shiraz's left hand was a swollen one. Thank you. I did a video on it. It's the one that he was looking at. The right hand just shouldn't be thrown because Shiraz's fear of an early game. And that's what I said during the fight when I was commentating. I said, he's scared to throw the right hand. He doesn't want to leave himself open. Yeah? He was scared of Adames. Turkey's no different to the other promoters. Of course, he's going to rig it for his fight. That's true. Super fight Yard. Yeah? Anthony Yard, Linden after 3. I mean, imagine that. What's that on the Conor Ben? What's on the undercard? It's terrible, though, right? Even Sub-Zero needs a super shekel. Get your super shekels out. Wait, Shane Mongos. Let's see what happens. Even Sub-Zero needs a super shekel. Sub-Zero wins. Fatality. Shekel victory. Jeff Harding would have smashed both of you back in bed. You know what, Jeff? The funny thing about Jeff Harding, actually, he's incredibly tough. But he was a super middleweight. He got given a last-minute challenge to Dennis Andrews, who's this huge, muscular guy originally from Guyana, fought out of Hackney. He's apparently real grumpy, but he was meant to fight someone else, and he pulled out. So Jeff Harding moved up from super middleweight to fight him, and then he stopped him in 12. And then 3 fights. 2 Harding won, 1 Andrews won. But I think the one Andrews won, Harding mistimed the count or something. But they were all really good, solid fights. The last one was very close. Eubank was a hard-nosed bastard. Yeah, always respect about it. Yeah, Ben was crazy. His win over Barkley was impressive. Ben and the Hitman would have been good. Blood and guts. Yeah, absolutely. Iron Barkley was one of the hardest looking guys there is. But, you know, he's a bit of softy, you know, in real life. He gave all his money away. You know, he's too generous. And these days, he fought as a heavyweight in the end. He fought Hedy Kudzia from South Africa in one of his last fights and beat him, I think. Or maybe even stopped him. I can't remember. Shiraz is converted southpaw and actually left-handed. Oh, okay. Well, he's a bum anyway. I think you better bang after all this build-up. I bet that it will only last 1 round. It seems like one of those fights. Well, you never know. You never know. I mean, I would never go to the fight like that. Because it's going to be Kazi hell, yayo hell, drunken hell. You know? Nah. Eubank Jr.'s wound Eddie Hearn up so much. He's taking out all this frustration on Ben Shalom. He even tried knocking his swat. Did he really? You're joking me, man. All the build up for 30 seconds. I mean, it may be. I remember Tyson Spinks, you know. I stayed up all night even though I was real young. Too young to be staying up. But for that. And it was like over. And it was meant to be the super fight of the century. Who's the biggest controlled opposition? What, you mean outside of boxing, outside of YouTube? Trump, probably. Jordan Peterson, whatever his name is. Some people say David Icke. There's a surprising amount of classic converted southpaws in orthodox fights. Well, the Cubans were really clever in the amateurs. They used to make most 60% of the fighters fight southpaw, even if they were right-handed, because it's a lot more awkward and people are less used to it. They would also, right? They would also get their fighters to throw their shots near where the judges would most be able to see, right? So you've got your 3 judges or whatever it is, or 5 or what, I can't remember, in Olympic boxing, how many judges there are. And they used to say, this is the best area to throw your punches where all the judges will see it. It's quite nuts, isn't it? Now, like the card I was most looking forward to is average. Now the Eubank Ben card will probably be the greatest ever. Who knows, man? Just watch Ben getting battered by Cedric. Oh, the French dude. Yeah, but that was before he got the PDs, you know. I heard boxing referee Richard Steele said that Barkley was the most intimidating fight he saw in the ring. Hard-looking man, nice outside. He had that scowl. They say he was a member of the Black Spades, some gang in Bronx, but he's just seemed too nice. Do you know what I mean? He just there's a couple of, I don't know what channels they're on, but there's a couple of sort of documentaries about him. And these guys are saying, yeah, he was one of us, and he was known to be a hard man. Apparently, his sister was really hard. She probably, you know, and I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, I can't. I mean, maybe she's some great like fighting gorilla, but I can't imagine a woman being that hard. But especially in the ghetto. But Barkley, they all said that unfortunately Barkley just looked after so many people with his money that he lost it all. He's asking money for selfies and that. I mean, it's sad, really. Sirak Paynard, battered Ben. That's right. Eubank stops the ghetto midget. I think probably. Colin Barnes, 100% time goes. If it wasn't boxing, I'd be dead with shit. Like Barry Jones. So I think Tony, you said that about Barry Jones video. Oh, that's full of Kazis going, you don't know what you're talking about. He'd spark you in a round. Barry Jones never stopped a single person in his entire boxing career, except on a cut. That was it. Well, a 9-stone guy, age 50, is going to spark anyone out in a round with no knockouts. What a bum. How much can you trust these famous conspiracy theories? They're making money out of it, right? Yeah, Alex Jones is another one. I mean, a lot of these guys, Tommy Robinson is a massive one, but a lot of these guys start off legit, but then they get threatened and offered money. Those are the classic tactics, and it almost will get anyone, especially if you've got a family. If you're being threatened, you've got family, it's like, you know, it happened to Tyson Fury, right? He was badly threatened. The papers went after him and everything. And he got all these kids, and they offered him, you know, they threatened him basically to ruin his career, and then they offered him money to come back, and he had to, you know, he had to play the game. But it's more than a game, because it isn't a game. It's not just about money. You got to do other things, like, you know, when he kissed that Batty man and stuff like that. So, the Black Space, that's racist. Hey guys, you can't say that. You're white. You can't say that it's racist. Jordan Pizza loves Isa. Yeah, he thinks the internet should be monitored to prevent internet trolls. Yeah. That's the old. That's the one they love pushing. Oh, we need to do it to stop. Stop this to stop predators on the internet. You mean just stop? You know, anyone talking. Ann Wolf was probably on. Yeah, she knocked out that massive Vonda. What's it called? Vonda Ward. Oh, that was a nasty knockout. One of the few like real nasty women's knockout. Barry Jones is the victim of anti-Welsh hate crime. Yeah, he went on to say, am I the victim of a hate crime? Like, what a crime. I've done a video on him. Just watch it. And look at all the pussy old comments. Oh, yeah. Oh. One guy said, I don't know if it was to me, but it's someone on the Twitter. Oh, he'd clean you out and around. As if that little 9-stone bum who's never cleaned out anyone. I've seen people online say Katie Taylor would knock out any of the posters on a board in one round. I mean, come on, man. These people don't know anything. Javon Gay's opponent was throwing out the Masonic symbolism at the wedding. Oh, well, maybe he's going to get the win. That's interesting. I'll have a look. Thanks, Josh. How are you, bro? Barkley was homeless in the streets apparently 10 years ago. His sister was a hard woman. Not the nicest looking. Hey, Otto, I'm sure. Hey, she's beautiful. It's what's inside that counts, okay, guys? It doesn't matter what she looks like. Don't be so racist. What about David Icke? Well, I said David Icke already. Mehar Towsey, I've never heard of. Zoe. Oh, why can't you be? What's your prediction for the tank fight? I haven't watched any of Lamont Roach. I just watched him hit the pads. Javante Davis is entertaining and can hit. He's a little fruit. He's 5'4", but he's a fruit. But he's a P Diddy fan. I did a video on it. You know, he's sitting there with Diddy, nervously giving a toast to Diddy before getting smashed in the back door. I would imagine Tank would win that late rounds. I don't really know much about Roach. I just looked at his record, and he's lost to a couple of guys that are not. Well, no, he's got one loss and one draw. I heard they're also controlled opposition. Yeah, they're probably all. I mean, listen, if you've got a platform, right, and you don't get shut down all the time, and they allow you to talk, and they put you in the mainstream media, and they don't shut your channel, you can be certain they're controlled opposition. Alex Jones probably started off to be completely. So, I mean, there's some rumors that he was some comedian or something. The one who used to smoke a lot, or a clone or something. But Tommy Robinson started off definitely as being real, but he got bought. Control opposition, 100%. Sub-Zero, Triple B. Boom, boom. Oh, I'm glad you said. I've got to do this again, right? Sub-Zero wins. Fatality. Flawless victory. Boom. You're late without further ado. You're being such a cocky and arrogant guy. He's funny at the same time. Yeah. What I found about it is he calls them out, doesn't he? He calls them out. Right. I mean, out 40 minutes and not a single super shekel. We'll have to summon Shane Monk. Where's my Juju stick? I don't know where the Juju stick is, but I don't. You should mess with Juju anyway. But Shane Mongo, Shane Mongo, Shane Mongo. Obviously, I'm doing this to laugh. You can't mess with the occult. Barry Jones is a useless blood clot. Thank you, McPro. Yeah, he's a bum. Prince Patel was so funny. Nobody. I don't be like Barry Jones and 5 barrels bunch. But we won the same part as Oscar De La Hoya. He's like, so what? You know, what does that mean? He fought some guy called Wilson Palacios or something. He lost 5 fights before to a record of no wins and 3 losses. And you go through his record, all he's beaten. He fought Peter Buckley 3 times. All he does is was fight journeyman. In between, when he won the title, and Acelino Freitas battered him, right? I think he had a 6th rounder against Chris Williams or something. Yeah, Acelino Freitas. See, but don't fought Acelino Freitas. Surely you know who he is. Prince was like, I don't care. It's like, yeah, he got battered by Freitas. Amazingly, he manages to drop him. I don't like every so often. The sun will shine on a dog's ass, and that happened. But it made no difference. He got battered. He's a bum. Macaulay boxer. The boxer got 395k. Yeah, you just don't know what to believe. I've heard Macaulay only got between. Someone said 475, then 575, and 675, then 1 million, then 2 million. I don't know. They never really reveal it. But if he did, well done. Good on him. Big up to Josh Padley. You know, and he put up a good fight too. A non-puncher, but still, a 13-year-old boxer could probably beat up Kato. It would definitely. If you got an average club boxer, a junior, the same way, batter her, a little punches, they're pathetic. And Alison, she's the Mayweather of women's boxing. What, she can't punch? Yeah, maybe. Siobhan gave batter boy, that's for sure. Shakur seems to remain pound for pound number 1 boxer. Yeah, Hamza Shiraz is number 2. With that haram skirt he was wearing. Bill Hicks, that's the guy. Some people say Alex Jones and Bill Hicks are the same guy. Some people say Donald Trump and Elvis are the same. Women's boxing makes me uncomfortable. Why should a man want to see a woman with swollen eyes like Lebanon's and Enzo's? People say it's entertaining. I can't get it. Yeah. I remember when I first watched it, it horrified me. It was, if you're a kind of man who wants to watch a woman get hurt, there's something seriously wrong with you. I mean, they don't really hurt each other very much because they're so whack and they can't punch, but there was the coal miner's daughter. What's her name? What was her name? She's fighting the Don King cards. White girl. She was going out with her trainer, right, for years, and apparently to slap her up, some old guy, and then she turned to rug munching. The coal miner's daughter. Anyway, and they literally got a brass and a crackhead, it turns out, from off the street because her fighter pulled out. They got a brass. There's some black woman who clearly had never thrown a punch in her life. She's like this. And the coal miner's daughter knocks her about on her feet. She's all over the place like that. Like Sub-Zero. before the fatality. You know, Mortal Kombat had it like that. Then you got to go. Fatality. Sub-Zero wins. Flawless victory. Yeah. So this woman is like wobbling like that, and luckily the ref stops it. And then she starts to make fun of the girl. This poor girl is literally a brass they pulled off the street. Yeah, I mean, anybody wants to watch women, but I mean, someone said, you're a misogynist if you don't watch women's boxing. I mean, imagine how normie do you have to be to actually say you're wrong because you don't want to watch women beat each other up? It's unbelievable. What are your thoughts on Tony Belly? He's a bellend, and his brother's a batty man. I hope your back wins. Conor Barnes has some serious anger issues and he's hungry. Maloney's in the pub. Bloke in pub screws, no goals. How can these people? Oh man, I'd like to be in the pub with you, Maloney, laughing at these normies. Conor Barnes Caesar's drug. Yeah, well, PEDs. Yeah, but I mean, I don't think Eubank doesn't. He just does different ones. YouTube randomly shut me off the app whilst I was watching the live. They hate you. They can't handle the truth. Yeah, this happened all the time. Bond's got Billy Hole now resorted to spreading rumours about Julia headbutting Senior. What a twat. Yeah, Billy Joe Saunders, I don't mind because at least he speaks his mind. And he's a bit of a wrong end, and there's some weird stuff. And he was apparently banging someone's wife, and I don't know what. But at least he doesn't follow the agenda. Do you remember when he did that video about hitting? Like, what you got to do is if your bird talks to us, hit it with. I can't remember. He was hitting the bag. Well, that's scary. What, the random, I'm not sure what you mean, tell me. What would you say smells worse? Every biatch's pum pum with Steve Buns. I mean, like, you know, the horror. I wouldn't even want, I don't know. Christy Martin, that's the coal miners. The coal miners, a rug muncher. Tammy Winner. No, it wasn't. Thoughts on G-Man boxing? I've never watched it. Seems like a good guy, all right channel. Could be bought there. Well, I said I've never watched it. I think I watched one of his videos because someone kept on going, must be some kind of show. Oh, you got to watch G-Man. You got to watch G-Man. And I watched it for about 5 minutes. Like, this is whack. You know? If you whack after 5 minutes, I'm not watching you, man. Oops, the boxer. Was Tammy Wynette called a coal miner's daughter? Yeah, that's what they called Christy Martin. AJ Fatality. Thank you, bro. See the documentary on Christy Martin Netflix. Interesting, Christy making herself out to be a victim. Don't even recall her mentioning her beating up that woman from the street. Yeah, I mean, and the worst thing is she makes fun of her. She's just wobbling her legs like it's really funny. And it's some poor woman who's never thrown a punch in her life, who literally got paid, like, I don't know, $5,000. She's a drug addict. Oh, it's unbelievable, that. Duran was ringside for Paddy Chaco with a cap saying, make boxing great again. The technical skills have got better, but the vast majority of their mindsets aren't as good as the ones like Duran's. Yeah, it's the problem is, even if you're from a poor country, if you're good, you'll be mollycoddled a bit. But, you know, I don't know. In some ways, it's so hard. You can't compare the old boxers to the modern boxers because I think they were tougher in some ways. But now with PEDs, day before weigh-ins, no 15-rounders, you know, it's a completely different game. You know, a lot of it's a weight game as well. How well do you cut the weight? Let's see, very rarely get notifications. I believe you may be shadowing. Believe, brother, it's proven, man. Did Christy Martin bat her husband? Yeah, she claims she got slapped up. I don't know. Her base is Teofimo Lopez. I'm not sure. I don't trust anyone who gets that high, but Chubby, look up BBC Women's Footballer of the Year. All right, I'm going to... Is it horrible? Why? Do you know what they say, like, that Lauren Price is the best Welsh athlete ever because she played football. Did she play football for a women's Premier team or for Wales? And now she's a world champion boxer. She's better than Joe Calzaghe, they said. Okay, this better be good, man. What is... It's a man! This can't be real, man. Hey, hello, the Women's Footballer of the Year contender is Banda, eh? This is the so-called Women's Footballer of the Year. Look at that, man. Blood clot. They said it was him beating her up. Yeah, G-Man is overrated. Who's Chris Andre? I don't know who he is. Andy Black reminds you of Andy Peters. Yeah, I've heard that. Adi Alapido, who knows nothing about boxing. Manchester, give it up. 1, 2, 3. Manchester. So everyone goes, Manchester. Well, he thought, I've done a video on it again, man. You guys need to watch my video. He genuinely thought, this bum Ade thought, number one, he thought that Eubank Ben won, the fathers, was in Manchester. It wasn't. It was number 2. And he actually thought the fight, even though it said Tottenham Hotspur behind him, he actually thought Conor Bum v Eubank Jr. was happening in Manchester. What a bum. The videos of Billy Joe Saunders make him look how weird, Billy. The wife video is pure comedy. Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely a bit aggressive, old Billy, but I just, like I said, I'm not saying I back him 100%. I'm just saying I like the fact that he at least is not bought. Come on, someone give me some super shekels. It's just been payday. There has to be super shekels. I don't know what's happened to Shane Mongos. Andy Peters okay till Phil showed in the pub cupboard. It's Sam Hyde control position. The media labels him as a Nazi and he's blacklisted. They still give him publicity, you see. That's the thing. So, yeah. Lauren Price used Barry Jones tomorrow. Battle of St. David's Day. Yeah, it is St. David's Day tomorrow. But, you know. I don't know what St. David's famous for. Why is he associated with Wales? Obviously, you know I'm a Christian, but I'm not a saint worshipper. You know, I find that whole worshipping saints and Virgin Mary to be weird. It's very pagan. It's Jesus and God, and that's it. You can respect saints. St. Francis is my favourite saint because he helps poor people and he likes animals. Oh, it's Big Mike here. Look, I've got something for Big Mike. Who's that? Who do you think I got here? He's a bit battered now. I tried to clean it because I had cobwebs. If you take too long, stay out of the black. No, stay out of the black and then the red. Nothing in this game for 2 in a bed. Stay out. No. Stay in the black and out the red. Nothing in this game for 2 in a bed. I used to love that, man. Watching that when as a kid, you know, it's the good days. Gordon the Gopher is Sam Hyde's based. Okay, I'll check him out. Yeah, I've heard that, but why did they let him fight on Misfits or whatever? Do you think Liam Belly's a bottom? I mean, that's pretty gross. Yes. He's got a bear. You know what a bear is? A batty bear. It's a big man like that. And I've done a video on him and it's disgusting. I can't look at his Instagram. It's vile. Liam Cameron needs a tailor. Yeah, I'm like you, Michael. I'm a bit bored of Liam Cameron's story. Let's just get the fight on. Even though somehow there's a decent-sized fan base, he's not super popular, doesn't push the agenda. He also names them. Okay, super. Good. The footballer's literally a man, and it was... I saw literally shot. I know, this is unbelievable. Look at this thing, man. This is the footballer of the year. Huh? The footballer of the year. Footnotes. Big up Chubby the fan. Do you like my Sub-Zero outfit? Where you get that bully? What the fuck? Okay, if you can't answer my question, I'm going to ask some questions. If you can't answer, bully comes in. Where do you think I got it, brother? Charity shop. Misfits almost let a neo-Nazi fight KSI on Misfits. They don't care. They barely know news. Well, really, what neo-Nazi? I mean, that bit, neo-Nazi is a stupid phrase. It doesn't mean anything anyway. Nigel grabbed that Eubank like a stalker in the night. I got him on the throat, didn't he? But he apologised. He said, "Look, I'm sorry, mate. I thought you glassed him. So I wouldn't do that." And Eubank said, "Yeah. Chris Eubank's quite funny." They expect him to be, you know, to show a bit of deference because Nigel Benn's 61. He does it great for his age. He's bought, by the way, as well. I've done a video on that. But he goes, "Yeah, but do that again, and you won't get your hand back." "Don't you threaten my dad," says Conor. "Don't you threaten my dad." Conor Benn's starting to really annoy me. Yeah, Eubank will hopefully win. I think we'll need to take a moment to remember there's no one better to talk about Black History Month than our very own Steve the Borough Buns. There's a Bulgarian with SS. Oh, sorry. Oh, this is about Misfits, right? There's a Bulgarian with SS tattoos. His name's Ivan Nikolov. Who's that Russian guy? He used to do MMA, right? Huge ginger beard. And he escaped to Finland or something. He a proper nutter. And a genuine, like, neo-Nazi. I mean, that's a meaningless phrase. I don't mean. Nigel Benn would beat both junior boys right now easy. No, what? Right now? Nah, he's 61, bro. He actually was going to come back a few years ago against Sakio Bika. And he actually looked pretty good on the pads. I mean, he must have been, what? I don't know, how long ago was this? 10 years ago? Was it 10 years ago? He was going to come back against Sakio Bika, the world champion, who Joe Kazagi beat, and he just pulled out a few days before. Or why with Bully's teeth? Look at arguing with Maloney in the palm. Yeah, well, he's fallen apart. They're old. These rubbery things, they've fallen apart. I tried to clean him up, but bits of him kept on falling off. But Nigel Benn's sounding punchy these days, yeah. Maloney's laughing. He's been arguing with Maloney. Nordic means Jake Paul. Well, Jake Paul's 227 pounds, does a lot of PEDs, you know. Fedor, everything. No, not Fedor, not Fedor. He's not a big name. Anyway, Fedor wasn't the one to worry about. Alex is the one you got to worry about. Fedor, I mean, Jake Paul's 227 pounds, 24. He trains like a pro. I don't know. I haven't seen Nordic box. The man's here. Shane Morgan's. Stay in the black and out the red. Nothing in this game for two in the bed. Have you been watching, Shane? Have you seen the KJ fatality? Finish him. Flawless victory. Fatality. I can still remember. I think I can still remember. Down, up. It was like down, forward, down, punch button, and that's how you did the fatality with Sub-Zero. Thank you for the 666, brother. Yeah, it worked. Yeah, it always works. You're worrying me, Shane. Thank you, brother, for the 666. Look, decent boxing Nordic, but I see him like hit the pads and stuff like that, but do a little bit of sparring. But you got to remember, Jake Paul's very, PD'd up, and Jake Paul is actually underrated. I'm not saying he's good. I'm just saying he's underrated because of the PEDs and because he gets full-time training like a world champion. Thoughts on Larry Holmes, by the way. I used to think Ali was greater, but now I believe Holmes is great. Lots of heart, fine chin, good at everything. I mean, obviously Larry Holmes battered him. I mean, that was ugly. I never really watched it. Apparently he just gets a hiding. I mean, obviously, and he started a fight against Trevor Berbick. Did Trevor Berbick beat him as well? It's nuts. Larry Holmes had a great jab. He had good longevity. Spinks beat him twice. People say one of them was super dodgy, the rematch. He's a bit bitter. He used to slag off Rocky Marciano. Oh, he couldn't hold my jockstrap, which is a bit weird. And he'd always claim race this, race that. Yeah, He did pretty well out of boxing. Apparently, he actually invested his money in property, but he still came back. I remember I thought Tyson had killed him when I watched that fight. Holmes the best heavyweight ever. He's certainly up there. I just like Balrog in Street Fighter 2. Clearly based on Mike Tyson. Well, of course he was. Do you know what his actual name was? Balrog's real name is M. Bison. Okay? In Japan, when it came out, Balrog, the boxing guy, he's based on Tyson, fighting in front of Vegas, was called M. Bison. But because obviously it's like Mike Tyson, they changed Balrog to his name, and Mike M. Bison was the main bad guy. And the main bad guy was also called Vega, and they changed his name. That is some trivia on Street Fighter 2. I really want to drink some water, but give me a second. I don't want to doctor myself. Wow, that's good. Questions, please. Or super jackals. What predictions? How about predictions then? Paddy Donovan is Lewis Crocker. I haven't really watched much of Crocker. I'm going for Michael Maloney, this triple R widow claims he's one of. Oh, he's a bum. Again, I'm not getting. I'm not even going to mention. Put his name in my mouth. He's a mug. He's a nonce as well. Asking a girl about her daughter, and then talking about his Corey is disgusting. Donovan, yeah, I think that what points or stoppage, Michael. He does get hit a bit, Donovan, but he's certainly got more power, and he looks to have more star power. The video of Larry Holmes, Tony Maloney, yeah, both Maloneys, the Maloney brothers, like Eugene and Frank. Larry Holmes fly kick Trevor Burke to the roof of a car. He's gone, yeah, that was nuts, man. That is nuts. He refused sparring Welts. Who are we talking to? Welts said, I used to like Balrog. I don't know. I missed something. Mortal Kombat was supposed to be based on Jean-Claude Van Damme. They couldn't get the license. So the character came Johnny Cage, yeah. And he did the splits. And yeah. They couldn't afford him. Basically. Johnny Cage wins. I'm talking about the original one. I played 1 and 2. After that, I stopped games. After that, it was just pum. You know. Also, I don't want to. It wants to be like Joe Joyce. We play games all the time. They call it brain drain. There's a Japanese scientist. Someone told me. It's one of my fans told me. A Japanese scientist, and he did a study. On people that play games, and he says it starts numbing your prefrontal lobe and makes you a bit retarded. So, yeah. But Johnny, of course, got Liu Kang. Liu Kang was obviously based on Bruce Lee. Because he's a good guy, you remember his fatality wasn't that bad. He just spun around and upcutting me. Who's picturing Andre Gallotta and Dubon? Both are power in good hands, strong, good fundamentals. Yeah, both like hitting you in the bollocks as well. Both chins aren't the best though. Both dirty, That's a great fight, Owen. That's a potentially great fight. Maybe I'll put that in my notes. Potential. I mean, these speculative fights are, a bit silly in some way, but I'll put it down. Potential. So Dubon, and they both hit low. They both do loads and loads of steroids. I mean, imagine thinking that Gallotta was. He never failed a test. What you look at Gallotta with his zits on his back, his giant muscles. Gallotta used to get scared. When he used to get nervous, it was quite weird. I don't know what one of the best combinations he landed was left, right, left to the bollocks. It was pretty good, man. Didn't Trevor Burke end up being done for great? Yes, and he got shot. He got killed by his cousin or something, didn't he? His nephew or something like that. Cyborg, yeah. Gene Tunney had a record of 65 won a heavyweight, 46 kg, underrated. Well, yeah, I brought him up last time. If you ever wanted to be a boxer in history, Gene Tunney would surely be the one. Like I said, he was educated. He was good looking. He had money outside boxing. He became a senator or something. So I don't know. It makes me think: was he dodgy because he became a senator? But he won the heavyweight championship. He didn't fight too long. Yeah, Gene Tunney, man. Burbick got killed, and he's a rapist. Yeah. He got killed by his nephew, didn't he? Something like that. Oh, I've left my bottle. The little what's it called? Smelling salt. To wake you up. Oh, ooh! I take it at the gym sometimes, but it's when to me it wakes me up in the morning. The gym guys before they do a huge lift, they say it winds them up. I think it's a placebo, really. David Hayes come back. Nah, surely not. Magnum bottle. What are you talking about, bro? Poor Joyce. I remember when he beat Parker, said he's the next big thing. Now, every time I watch him live, he's lost. Yeah. You cussed him in Juju. You cussed him. Yeah, it's a shame. I was always a big Joyce fan, and I won money on him, but I also won money on him getting KO'd by Zhang the first time. That was it. I was like, right. I looked at it, and I'm like, hang on. Zhang in 6 rounds is a great bet. It was something crazy, like 12-1. And I thought I put the bet on, yeah, but I hadn't pressed the confirm button, and I didn't get anything. But I won on Joyce vs Parker. I won on Joyce vs Dubon. When Burbick got killed, Larry Holmes said, "Good, because God don't like Burbick." That was slightly harsh. I don't think Bubba was that ugly. Don't get me wrong, he's no looker. You can find him in the zoo, but Zhang Bakoli, who wins? Mike, I remember you saying, I don't want to see either of those two buns again. I mean, to be honest, it would be an interesting. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say because Zhang gassed so badly, and Macaulay, well, I mean, he got KO'd by Parker, but you know, he hadn't even sparred or trained for 8 months, so it's a bit hard. I don't know. A pick'em fight. How about that? Burbett was strong and tough, man. He got he's just not that skilled. Holmes schooled him, stood in front of Tyson to let him wall in on him. Beat Barkley, funny enough. What, Iron Barkley? What, late on, really? You got all these weird fights you forget about. Do you think Triple D and his dad used voodoo magic to aid his new success? No, they use PDs, new PDs, a new doctor. That's what they use. No, I don't think he meant looks. He meant he's a bad person. All right. All right, I see. Yeah, he's a wrong. I mean, rapists tend to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's not really a surprise. I mean, I don't think Larry Holmes is that great a guy himself, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, Larry Holmes, is he punchy or does he sound okay? I haven't seen him be. They haven't really. Have they flown him in for the Turkey fights? I can't remember. I mean, he fought on very long. He was 52 or something. He fought Butterbean. Butterbean took him the distance, 10 rounds. Joyce was a good fighter in his prime. Well, I'd say he was a strong fighter who could punch with a decent chin. I wouldn't say he was a good fighter. The wrong matchup with the guy at the same time, but harder hitting and faster. Yeah, and he weighed in real light as well. Got the target quick. And I don't even know what he is. Joyce. He's punch drunk is what he is. Whitaker out points Cameron easy. I mean, I think there's a chance that what's his name? Whitaker wasn't fit for the fight. He underestimated him. You know, he really underestimated him. So he went in half fit, and then he gassed, and then he looked for a way out. He's still a quitter, Ben Whitaker. Who do you say Jakub's favorite boxers will be? Jakub. I mean, he's got quite a few good boxers, really. It had to be heavyweight, surely. You know, I think he was rubbing his hands when Tyson Fury done Deontay Wilder. I mean, he probably liked Rocky Marciano, unbeaten, banged out. Because Jakub obviously was very bitter because he was bullied. I think Rocky Marciano probably. Liam Cameron bores me. Well, he does go on a bit, mate. But on the other hand, I can't really blame him because, you know, he had his license taken for a bit of yayo. I told you, Bird's in the nick, folks. She got a 7-year sentence for being part of a big yayo gang. That's obviously how he got in his skin, his system. He probably wasn't even doing it. It's just been around her. He hasn't mentioned it. No one's mentioned it. He just carried on as normal. It's quite weird, isn't it? The love of his life, been sent down 7 years for yayo, and he hasn't even reacted. I mean, you know, not in public. And I can see why he wouldn't want to. Let's gauge it. A double fatality gauge, eh? Let's do it again. Holmes is there for U6 Fury 1. He's 75 now. Looks like he's been through the wars, definitely. Oh, yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, 75, yeah. I mean, you know, he fought. The thing is, right, he retired quite young after the second Spinks fight, but he came back without a warm-up, right, against Mike Tyson, and he got absolutely destroyed, knocked Sparko by Tyson. He caught his arm in the ropes. He was trying to throw the uppercut because he thought it was susceptible to the uppercut coming, and he caught it in the ropes, and Tyson was banging him. I think it was an overhand right. But a lot of people thought Holmes had been killed. That's not funny, but I mean, he wasn't, you know. It's quite rare for a boxer to be badly injured in early rounds. It's generally guys that have had to dehydrate a lot, and the lightweight guys who dehydrate a lot. So usually a championship fight, and they've taken a lot of punches in the head because it's the brain smashing. I mean, don't get me wrong; it's not good to the brain to be hit by a heavyweight, but if you get hit by a heavyweight, you get hit less often as a heavyweight, but it's harder. But the little guys, their heads constantly going boom, 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 like, because they get punched all the time. You notice most of the fatalities are from dehydrated fighters, like the lightweights, who've gone 10 rounds, 12 rounds, whatever. Tired of being told to feel sorry for Olympia. I actually do get it. It's enough now. He's had his little wins, and he's had his fame now. He only had for Foreman Bruno in 1995. Other champions at the time, Bruno could have outpointed him at that point. Great fight. Yeah, he could have done like he did with Oliver McCall. Like Foreman could bang, and he could take a great shot, but he could get outpointed. Basically, he lost to Axel Schultz, and Schultz was wrong. Tommy Morrison outpointed him. That was apparently the only fight Tommy Morrison really trained for, if you believe what they say. I think a couple of other guys outpointed Foreman. Yeah, Foreman by KOs. Bruno's the most overrated fighter ever. Oh, I still get it in the pub. It's amazing. If Bruno had landed one more shot, he'd have knocked out Tyson. No, he didn't. That was his only shot. Bang on the chin, as Jim Watts said. He staggered back a little bit and then went back to beating up Bruno. And Bruno is known for, who's he fought beating that's good? Oliver McCall, who's pulled out of crack house, and he's a very tough guy, but he's a limited boxer, right? Henny Cortio came for a holiday. Apart from that, he's just known for his losses. He's a bum. Oh, he's winning against Lewis. Well, firstly, he wasn't according to all the judges. Secondly, he was close hitters, but he still got banged in 7 rounds. What does it matter? Oh, he won the first round against Tyson. So now he's a bum. He was on PEDs. George Foreman's Muhammad Ali, the nonce, who would have won a rematch in the USA. I think Foreman was right. I think he was drugged. He was drugged. He definitely didn't want to be in Africa. He was getting cut during sparring, and they refused to give him his passport because they thought he wouldn't come back. So he had to stay in Africa. He hated it. I think he was probably drugged. It's not the first time it would have happened in boxing, is it? There's a good book called I've forgotten it again. It's about Elvis Parker, right? He was this gingerhead promoter, and he slipped some drugs into Doc Anderson. That's right, his drink. And when he's fighting Mark Gastineau, and it damaged his body completely. Yeah. I mean, he's definitely drugged. Well, something happened. I mean, that wasn't the Foreman in there. So yeah, I think Foreman would have won. Yes, are you going to behave yourself? Ern Foster, Bruno was a strong man with a great jab. His ability to kill him with any punch. Nah, he wasn't. Dirty though. Yeah, he's very dirty. He'd always hit you on the back of the head and hold you. Yeah? The guys he fought and beat were just bums, man. Over the hill, fat, yeah, or a lot smaller than him. He beats Wilder. I don't agree. I think Wilder would have chinned him. Absolutely juiced, absolutely. Oliver Call on a combat. Yeah, he's 60. I mean, he's probably got one of the best chins ever. I always say McCall, Chevalo, LaMotta. But Oliver McCall's chin is incredible, man. Eubanks Ben. Who we got? I reckon Eubank because of experience and maybe old and past it, I'm not sure. Yeah, there's a chance. I mean, the fact that the Eubank got chinned by Liam Smith is a bit worrying. But Liam Smith's probably a better fighter than Ben, but Ben's probably younger. I mean, I've seen Ben hit the pads and he looks hard punching. I think Eubank too big though. Bruno had no real power. He banged out. I mean, he had bodybuilder's power. Like, he could throw a big shot, but he had a good jab. It was like that blop, you know? And he'd throw that big right, and then he'd hold you and hit you on the back of the head. He's the most protected, dirtiest fighter. He's also a big pal of, what's his face, isn't he? The ragamuffin Hunnigan, great win over Curry. Yep. That's true. Yeah. Apparently Curry was fruity. But Hunnigan had a decent reign. I think he lost it all, unfortunately, as well. He's still there at some shows, or he was, just as a pimp. Foreman would have KO'd Ali in the ring. Yeah, I believe he would have won that. Foreman could actually been stronger when he came back, but all that mass and muscle he put on. Yeah, and lard as well. Foreman was considered a monster at the time, but he only weighed 218 pounds when he fought Ali or something like that. Think about that now. That's considered a midget as a heavyweight now. I bet Barry Hearn's battle was twitching when he heard the Epstein files had been released. Yeah, well, that's when he had a. I remember I did a video on it. I got hold of an unredacted version and I found it and I was like, this is my old channel. They got taken down and it had Hearn's name on it. And that's when he suddenly faked a heart attack. You remember he had a heart attack, so no one would ask him dodgy questions. I had 5 numbers for him and his address. The Rumble in the Jungle was unfair form and seen as devil. Ali, yeah, it's ridiculous. Ali, boom, my ear. Yeah, Foreman was good. Something weird happened in that fight. The ragamuffin man, ragamuffin man. Oliver McCall was an incredibly tough man with great power. Had a sparring partner style that he's not. It was skill. He was not the most skilled. I think you mean. He had decent power, great power. I think it's probably too much to say. He had an incredible chin. There's no doubt about that. I mean, he KO'd Lewis, but he caught Lewis early with a big shot. It's the heavyweights. It can happen. Like Rackman did it as well. Rackman's not that good a fighter, is it? Oleg Maskov knocked him out of the ring, didn't he? Even Corey Sanders almost KO'd him, but unfortunately gassed. Philby, can you stop slagging off female boxers? Some normie in the pub told me you heard on the BBC they're as good as the men. So it must be true. Yeah. They're better than the men sometimes. Yeah. Ragamuffin man turns up like Buggy Barrett boxing shows and asks him for tickets off Gage, does he? Yeah, well, I mean, he had his moment in the sun, He boxed on the, I saw him box on the Henry Wharton Nigel Benn show and he's wearing trainers. I think he beat Kevin Adamson or something like that. I can't remember. Bang Daddy Paddy, what's up, brother? Feels like women boxing is on the way down. Thank goodness. Because it makes no money. I mean, they can try and push that down. Well, remember, I think next week you've got the all-women show at the Royal Albert Hall, which is a great venue. And they'll give away most of the tickets. And they'll put it on Sky, a normal Sky channel. So it got the best viewing figures of any boxing show on Sky. Yeah, because it was on effectively a free, well, not a free channel, but a it's not a double subscription channel. They'll put it on Sky normal. If that makes sense. So you don't have to have Sky Sports to watch it. They put it on Sky, whatever, Showcase or something. I don't know. Sky is so whack. The sooner it goes down, the better. Foreman's the strongest time, but not now. And Older George, maybe far better than younger version. Love him though, legend. I wouldn't say he's far better. He was just he was a lot more clever than the old George Foreman. He realised that he was big, but he's carrying a lot of weight, and you would catch the shots on his hands. Even the young George Foreman used to catch shots on his hands. He was underrated defence, the young Foreman. You actually watch Foreman box, even the young Foreman. Yeah, you called it the mummy, didn't you, Ali? Because you walk forward like that. But he catches a lot of the shots on his hands like that. And the old, well, the old George Foreman, but the new George Foreman, if you know what I mean, the modern one, he just knew how to use his nut. He knew his limitations and he knew what he could do. Marlon Starling beat me. Yeah, he stopped him, didn't he? Marlon Starling got knocked out by, what's that guy called? After the bell, Thomas Molinares, who I think died of the virus. I mean, he's not the most skilled out there, Oliver McCall. Oh, yeah, no problem, bro. I got you. Thoughts on Eddie's behaviour this evening? He seems proper rattle budget. Yeah, he can't handle a bit of stick. Because Eubanks, I think Hearn thinks, obviously mistakenly, he's the cleverest guy in the ring. When he's with someone like Warren, he's like, okay, he's a bit more experienced, but he expects to be cleverer than these boxers. But Eubank actually schooled him. We'd love to see Eddie and Shalom go at it. Well, Eddie's got an amateur record at super heavyweight, allegedly, of 4 wins and 3 by way of knockout and no losses. I mean, it's a joke. Actually, I've seen Eddie. Eddie Hearn's still a big man, and he put down his little BITCH, Frank Smith, didn't he? with a body shot. But so I think, and Ben Shelton knows nothing about boxing, so I heard would beat him. Eubank Jr. honestly recently has been refreshing. I agree, man. He's been fun. I watched an entire press conference. I haven't done that for I don't know how long. And if I don't even watch, I might watch the highlights of a press conference, but even that I don't bother. But enough people say watch it. So I did a video on it too. I don't like Eddie, but I think he beat Shalom. Yeah, absolutely. Shalom's just a little student who can't fight and he's never watched boxing. He flinched when Ben came on. I don't really have a problem with that because, like, and Ben's like, yeah, look at you melt. You know, he's a bit of an idiot, Ben. Michael's gone off Turkey. Why has he gone off Turkey? I mean, I was a bit annoyed at him, you know, going to Shiraz Azir, but, you know, tough ask getting to Tottenham Stadium against Shalom. The odds are against Ben. If you know, no. Foreman wasn't a brawler. Yeah. To make people make him out to be. I agree. He's a skilled fighter. The fight against Frazier and Norton were fantastic. The older Foreman did well to take Cooney's shot and to KO him. He just walked forward and goes black with an uppercut. But Foreman knew that, you know, like I said, the older Foreman, but the newer one, like the more recent one, who won the title against Mora, just knew his limitations and knew how to make the most of what he had. He preferred beef to turkey. Oh, you had me there. Should be. I felt a few years ago when John Fiori's getting interviewed. Tyson comes up behind and starts going, John Fiori, get your cardio. I mean, he's always talking about Corey's, so I've definitely seen something. Yeah, something like that. And then his cousin comes over and he goes, you can see his Corey, and he's a batty man, something like that, yeah. Zelensky messed up today, poor diplomacy. It's all staged, it's nonsense. I mean, they're all bums. And Zelensky's got almost $1 billion worth of money, you know. The whole war's just wasting another generation of European men for power, for money. Is Sonny ever going to come on live with to be yeah? If he contacts me, he can come on. I mean, he's not. He doesn't fight anymore, does he? Cooney was a big guy with power and good body puncher. Bum basher though, or fought good fighters past the prime. Also was abused when younger. In fact, he's dedicated. Well, he was into drinking yayo, and his left hook was incredible. Watch his KO of Norton. It's one of the most vicious knockouts I've seen. Cooney is one. I mean, his mentality wasn't right. You know, because again, his dad was real hard on him. He was abused. You know, he wasn't right in the head. He didn't have a boxer's mentality. If he did, he would have won the world championship. He got mismanaged because he'd only fought one round in about 16 months. They threw him in against Holmes. I don't know why they didn't throw him in against one of the other champions. Like, I don't know, John Tate or someone like that. One of the chinny other champions. They can knock him out and then build up the big fight against Holmes. It is mismanaged. Cal Cheds. Yeah. Sonny got more ghetto twang in his voice recently. He's probably had it smashed in his batty hole. He's had so. Have you seen Reservoir Dogs? When Daddy, who nice guy Eddie, and is in the room talking to Mr. Blonde, and nice guy Eddie's the Chris Penn, who boxed pro, by the way. Chris Penn boxed pro. He's dead now. Chris Penn, Mr. Blonde, and Daddy. I can't remember Daddy's name. And he goes, "You've had so much." I've got to choose the word. Black semen pumped up your ass. It's coming out your mouth. That's what happened to Sonny Edwards. He's had so much black semen pumped up his butt. It's coming out his mouth. Hey, Dad, ain't that a strange thing, Daddy? Man goes in prison talking like a white boy, comes out. You know, it's a good scene. Reservoir Dogs is a great film, but Tarantino's all nonsense and wrong. All the normies crying about Trump being big narcissist. I can't even bear to watch it. The BBC going, he's falsely claiming Zelensky started the war, when we all know, of course, it was Putin. It's just like pathetic, man. Foreman annihilated Frazier Norton. Yeah, I was annoyed there was no rematch. There should have been. But then he lost to who was it? He lost to? Was it Ron Lyle? No, who was he lost to? And then he saw Jesus Christ and became a priest. The film, by the way, the Foreman film is actually quite good. No, I'd say goes far as say it's very good. It's very watchable. of course, it got attacked because it's got a real Christian theme in it. Okay, and the wardrobe's awesome. Amazingly, they also put, I don't know who the actor is, but they've also got a bit of agenda stuff, right? Don't get me wrong, but they put the Holyfield fight and they put the actor's face with AI on the real Foreman. It's quite nuts. Foreman's KO on Cooney's bad. He just walks forward and goes blang. He went over to the ringside and winked. Yeah, I like Big George. Of course, we don't need to say, but he made more money from his grills. And then Hulk Hogan turned down the grills. He didn't think it was worth it. And they gave it to Foreman, and he made a lot of money, man. Yeah, he beat Frazier twice and absolutely battered him. Foreman's true. Yeah, thank you, without further ado. He's a great, good, God-fearing Christian man. The oldest guy to win a heavyweight title, the latest film about him. I really enjoyed it. It is really good. The alley looks a bit odd, but it's okay. The wardrobe is exceptional. And yeah, I'm going to watch it. It's the only film I watched in the movies in 12 years. I didn't expect much from it. But I came out, I felt like a kid again, you know, when I enjoyed movies. And George Foreman, you know, he came out only to save his ministry. Well, I mean, that's a bit of a problem, but I don't care. We get the good fights. Sonny from Croydon, a large town pretending to be South London. Yeah, I love it when people go. I've heard guys from Croydon say they're from London. I'm like, Croydon's not London, baby. It's Croydon. You must answer this to me. Must I? Would you rather sleep with someone with the body of Angelina, but Steve Bunce's face? Crying out loud. Or someone with Angelina Jones' face, but Steve Bunce. I mean, I will refuse to answer that. Neither. I'd rather cut it off. Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather cut it off than see it disappear up, something like that. That's just too grim, man. All of Hollywood are nonsense. Yeah, there's kind of who the base ones? James Woods, Mel Gibson. But Mel Gibson's flashed signs as well. So Ron Lyle, yep, thanks, Maloney. Foreman lost to Lyle, yeah. Cooney, if trained properly, would have been a much better and scary fight. My father said beating Norton in the corner could left him imagining himself hitting his father. Yeah, I mean, his left hook was incredible. Just so fast and vicious. He could really, Cooney just had the wrong mentality. And then he got into yayo and drink, but he just didn't have the fighter's mentality. You know, if he had someone like Holyfield's mentality and his PDs, he would certainly have won the championship and been a very good champion. Tarantino, well, but, you know, and then again, you could say, well, if my auntie had balls, she'd be my uncle, you know. What if? Tarantino defended the nonce Roman Polanski on Howard Stern. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's bought now, but Reservoir Dogs is a very, very good film. Much better than Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction's amusing if you're young, but, you know, there's a few funny bits in it. I mean, at the time, I thought it was great because I was young and an idiot. But Reservoir Dogs is actually a real good film. Also, it's quite based, by the way. There's some base conversations in it. Jimmy Young beat Foreman. That's how I missed. Was it Jimmy Young? Sorry, I think you're right. Ron Lyle and George Foreman had an up and down war, didn't they? But Foreman won. Jimmy Young was the guy who beat Foreman. Right. See, sorry, guys. I often forget that. Yeah, it's Jimmy Young. Sorry. Yeah, the Epiphany. Yeah, he was speaking in tongues and all that, and quoting the Bible, and people were like freaked out. But yeah, watch the film. I might actually watch it again. It's quite uplifting. And like I said, the wardrobe is cool. You really get into the atmosphere of the time, you know. Foreman lost. Yeah, Jimmy Young. Sorry, man. I often, you know, I'm a bit punchy now myself. Then I had the situation after the fight. Saw the movie of my father. Nice little movie. Yeah, I genuinely, I went in a little skeptical, and I came out, you know, really happy to have watched it. You know, my cousin says Sonny. Where Sonny's from isn't classed as Croydon. Yeah, I don't really care. He lives in Sheffield. Wasn't he? There's a lot of stories saying that he was pushed out of Croydon because he's from a family of grasses. The person go with Steve's face and his body. You know. How would you see Foreman, both young and old, against big guys like Joyce, Zhang, Chisora, and Whiteson today? He beat Chisora, Whites, both of them. Joyce and Zhang would be wars. Both, yeah. Their size would give him a tough one. I think he'd be Chisora and White. He'd clock. Zhang. I mean Joyce, if you mean the pre-Joyce Zhang. Excuse me, Joyce, the pre-Zhang Joyce. Yeah, I think he beat Joyce. Zhang, I don't know. Zhang's a difficult one because he's so big. But I mean, you got to measure. You got to remember the old George Foreman, the old new George Foreman, but the second coming. Let's call it the second coming of George Foreman. He went the distance with Crawford Grimsley. He got KO'd in about 16 seconds by someone. He lost to Axel Schultz, who was decent but average. There's a few other decisions that he went with guys that weren't that good. So it's a difficult one. And I said, Scum, I said this in the potting shed scene. Oh, that's grim, that one. Do you know there's two Scums? There's one made for TV and there's one made for the film, which is better known. The made for TV one, Ray Winstone, the character, what's his name again? Oi, Carlin, has a Batty Boy affair. Yeah, in the film version. I mean, sorry, the TV version. It's gross. Do you think that there may be an advanced civilization on Earth like Atlantis with lots of huge characters? I'm certainly open to the fact. I can't believe in it necessarily. I'm certainly open to the fact it's possible. Thoughts on fighters not being fit all year round. I work full time and have other commitments, but I'm always in shape. I can't box to the same job. I agree with you. I mean, have a drink. Smoke a bit of greens, whatever. Do a bit of yayo, but don't become like Hatton. I'm not saying you're gonna be really anal about it, but just take a week off, party, come back. Maybe you haven't got a fight lined up. You can have a couple of drinks in the pub, but don't stay in the pub. Go in the gym. Keep your head space there. Don't spar, but hit the bag, move around, run, stay in shape. It's your job. You're only going to lose money if you don't stay in shape. You don't Tarantino lives in Isa with, I didn't know that. But it doesn't surprise me. Thoughts on Ring Magazine ranking. Tyson at number one. Well, they haven't updated it. I haven't looked at it. I don't really care. There was one point way back in the late 80s or early 90s when the Ring decided they weren't going to recognize any. They were only going to recognize the traditional 8 divisions and only top 10. And so you get like a super featherweight champion ranked at lightweight. It was very weird. What's the point of promoters if Turkey's doing all the deals? I think Turkey probably just provides the money and the promoters do the rest. One of my favorite heavyweights is Vitaly Klitschko. Great fighter, such a tough and hard-hitting man. Okay, brother, but are you red-pilled on him? Guys like Ariola and Chisora went old, who are still relevant now. He was a really good fighter, could really bang, and I think he was on. Had he not had the cut, like I said, it doesn't matter. It's like if he hadn't had the fight against Lewis, I think he would have beaten him because he was getting his second wind, and Lewis was spent. But Vitaly Klitschko is a PIMP. Yeah, go look at it online. I meant to do a video on it. I've dropped it in a couple of videos. He's a traffic. He's got evidence. There's this lady. I can't remember her name. This Ukrainian lady, and he's got all these strip joints and brass houses, and he traffics women, and he's even got a huge flat above them all. So, yeah, Ukrainian won the New York Golden Gloves. So someone checked, and there was no atlas. Then he said, "Oh, I got it wrong. It's the Appalachian Golden Gloves, which don't even exist." Scum Uncut, he has a wife. What, the uncut version? I thought it was a TV version. Yeah, he has a little biatch on the pocket. Yeah, it's disgusting. Imagine Carlin doing that, as if, Carlin, they're just pushing the agenda with that. Why is America in Ezel's pocket? Well, I mean, bro, there's 80 senators and members of Congress who have a dual citizenship. The media, finance, because the banks, media, finance, pharmaceuticals, This is a boxing channel. I can't say too much. Foreman would have obliterated all 4 of them in his prime. Yeah, Foreman's actually a power combination, punching with insane. Yeah, I imagine Foreman on the PEDs as well. I think Kamala would be the one to KO Foreman. Nah, not KO him. Young version has a chance, but all could crumble from body shots. Well, Zhang did, but his body looks soft. I'd say he's better defensively than Zhang. Kamala, big guy as well. Yeah, exactly. They got some silly belt for Ben Eubank. Oh, really? What? Some one of them kind of, what do you call it? Special Saudi belts. Come on, guys. You can't just leave it to Shane Bongos. You can't just leave it to Shane Bongos. There's got to be some love out there, surely. This is a community-funded channel because I'm so shadow banned. I get less money per month from ads than when I had only 1,000 subs. I've been so badly hit. Mike Tyson, maybe Tyson hasn't officially retired now. Who knows, man? He's retired about 5 times. Turkey has access to the Kinahan cash. Is that true? I mean, I would have thought Saudi got so much money anyway. They don't need no Kinahan cash. I wonder if there's some money laundering going on as well. Actually, I think like Zhang and Joyce would beat Foreman. Okay. Zhang probably by KO. I see them as bigger and stronger than Foreman. Foreman's skill would make it good. It's hard. I just, to be honest, I don't lose sleep or think too much about these fantasy fights because they're pointless. You'll never know. I only care about the fights that are going to happen and could happen. I really don't sit there and go, oh, who would win between Ali and Mike Tyson? In my opinion, Mike Tyson because of his left hook. But I don't spend. There's no point. Different eras, different PEDs. If you're outside of heavyweight, different weigh-ins. 12 rounds instead of 15 rounds. It's just I'm not really bothered. Is there a process to officially retire with the government bodies? I don't know, actually. I don't think there is an official process. It's a good way of avoiding PD tests. I disagree. Foreman didn't have a punch he could land with more power than either of them. Had a power in both hands. Actually, in some ways, I think the young George Foreman would usually win by accumulation of punches. There'd be several clubbing shots. I know Mora got KO'd with one punch, but Mora had a soft chin at heavyweight. Cubby has potential to beat any heavyweight. I agree with that. I said 2 years ago, I spotted him. I've won 3 times. Makhmudov, Sanchez, and now Zhang. And I said 2 years ago, to anyone who listened, Cubby would slaughter Gage. All the arms companies are owned, well, there's that as well. Ali was a coward for not donating his brain to science. I don't think there's pretty much of a brain left. Ugh. I didn't know that about Vitali. Yep, I'll do a video. Because new things happen every day. Like I did something like 20 videos. I don't know, 25 videos last week, but so much was on the action that was happening. I only focused on fighters' skill sets that I had to use in fights, except G-Man though. What he did to Labrador was uncle. Oh, I don't even like hearing about it. I'm so glad Ben put him where he is, the scumbag. And people that that's not the only thing. He did way worse stuff. And people that hurt animals like that without any care lack empathy, and they'll do it to humans. I probably would have been a murderer. Oh, the fruity Louis Vuitton belt. The Carmel Star's the one that beats Usyk. I think Usyk should retire. I'm also a bit bored of him. I don't mean that to be nasty, but I mean, no, I really like Usyk, but I think it'd be perfect for him to retire now. Because he's 37, he'll lose to someone that he would have probably beaten before. When someone is, I don't even want to listen to that. It really upsets me. Seriously, it's so disgusting. I read it. He's a vile human being. I'm so pleased what Ben did. Imagine how many poor animals have been saved because of Ben. Some guy once had. I got told I was evil in the comments because I was laughing at McLennan. Oh, all he did was kill a few animals. I'm like, you scumbag. It's a lot worse than that. Going through 5 punch combinations, suppressive heavyweight. They're quick to, yeah, I wonder who his PD doctor is. He's got him going on for some stamina. Okay, I'm going to finish this at 10 because I want to eat something. G-Man got caught. I don't believe in karma because that's a Buddhist concept, but he certainly got what he deserved. ST explains everything in the modern world. Good. If BGS sort you back next year, he wins. Well, BGS weighs about 15.5 stone. If it's at catch weight, him. Oh, yeah. There we go. Correct. What is it? Europa as well. Europa as well. Check that. I think Usyk schools Caballero badly. I don't know about schools. But you're right. You're right. Caballero's big wins have been against guys that were large and stood there. Makhmudov, Zhang, Sanchez wasn't the best mover in the world. Oh yeah, recent video. McLaren's sister was Joe blaming Ben's accidentally butting McLaren. McLaren was acting romantic with her. He's a grim man. I don't care about him. I really couldn't care the less. I really couldn't. Usyk has 2 more fights apparently. Who will they be against? Who will they be against? I need some more water. I've been talking so much. Give me a second. Who will they be against, right? Who's he going to fight, or who do you want him to fight? Usyk will probably go on too long, get caught by someone that he should beat, you know? That's my orangutan. Do you like it? Does it remind you of anything? I'll put this way. There you go. His little arm can go there. Who knows? Get up for that fight, you win again, possibly. Yeah, I mean, Billy Joe's got really good skills. But can you be bothered? He got loads of money from the Canelo fight. What's it, 8 million? And he's got his own businesses in the background. He doesn't need to box again. I doubt if he has. So if I'm saying about G-Man, just need man. You know, so, well, no, I mean, you don't say sorry, bro. That's no problem. It just makes me sick. I'm an animal lover. And, you know, especially dogs are such kind animals. And to do something as brutally unpleasant as that, you're a real scumbag. You got what you deserved, thankfully. He's not hurting no animals now. Yeah, that's not a bad fight. Shackle Slump told Ed Steinhurn he had a silver spoon. Did she? Yeah, I imagine that. Just because he talks from where's he from? Derby. I don't know. Shalom. You know, imagine being given that massive gig without having any experience in boxing, but just being friends with Jonathan Licht. You know, he started off doing this whack. When Adam Smith was still head of boxing, they pushed a couple of whack prize fighter style shows. Let Shalom organise it to pretend he had some boxing experience. Prize fight was the wackest thing ever. And then you know, and then he got the biggest gig in one of the biggest gigs in British boxing from organising a few student gigs. What a hypocrite. What are you saying, Bill Bob? What are you talking about? What's TBC? The Black Caller or something else? Usyk fights Dubon next. Yeah, I don't know why. It's just stupid. Daniel Dubon's a boss, yo. Yeah, we haven't heard much from him, have we? We haven't heard much from him, you know. They're still claiming he felt ill. Don't know who'll fight Usyk. Just to fight 2 more times. You know what? Like I said, always this speculation about who's going to fight who. I can't be bothered, man. I'm too long in the tooth now. You get some normies. Oh, guess what? Canelo said he wanted to fight Golovkin again. I said, I don't care. Firstly, if he does fight him again, this is before the 3rd, it'll just go on points and Canelo will get it. So I don't care about rumours. Like, I'm not having a crack at you, blood. I just they always just when it's signed, the contracts are signed and they've had the first press conference. That's when you can get interested. Until then, no. Oh, I don't care, man. I honestly, I'm just not interested. I heard that if you're below a certain age, you may have to get COVID booster. What? Some normies are paying to get that shit. You're joking. I told you I'm I think Otto Welling had 2 alias accounts posting on my thing. One guy had a real go at me because, hey, I don't know why I'm from Germany myself, and Caball's as German as I am. Because I was saying he's not. He you know, and he was going on and on. And I was laughing at him, and I said, I bet you've had a few jabs, haven't you? He goes, of course I have. I'm not a coward like you. I've had all the vaccines. I'm like, this has to be Otto Welling. Anyway, I'm going to do a video on him. Huh? Well, wait. We got to wait till it's signed. I'd rather see Itama fight Dubon. To me, that's more interesting. And then they can, if Itama would fight Dubon before May, they can actually play that boring. He's trying to be heavyweight champ before Mike Tyson. and the youngest ever. And actually, it will be true. Usyk will probably fight Triple D and beat him, and then possibly Parker or Moses if he does something special quick. I like to fight Caballero Triple D, as I reckon he has a style to challenge. I've got the feeling that, Usyk won against Tyson Fury too, but he also struggled a bit in the sense that afterwards he was exhausted. He said it was probably his hardest fight. He's getting on. He's 37. Yes, he's always in shape, but I don't know why. I just feel like, who cares? It's got no. I mean, look, the IBF belt has got no credibility if they stripped Usyk and gave it to Dubon, a guy that Usyk had knocked out. Imagine Dubon got cold feet against Parker. Yep, all popped. So I fight Usyk. Don't like Dubon. Unfunny, I do like Dubon because I don't think he's not very funny. Is he disrespectful? I don't think so. It's only that thing he said about Joyce's mother, and that was clearly Fish Eyes that told him to say that. You can see Fish Eyes smiling, great beaming smile, happy that his buck managed to remember that. Parker Cabell deserved the Usyk fight, not Dubon. I agree. Fury won in 2 predictions. Super fight of the century. You know, guys, I get the sense Triple B doesn't like one. I don't dislike him. It's just an idiot. Actually, I do dislike him. And I'm going to do a video on him because he pushed the jibber jabbers so much. I think it's stupid not to take it. Everybody should take it. There's a video of him pushing it and saying that everybody should take it. It's stupid not to take it. And so he's a wrong. And I will never stay off Otto Wallin's neck. See, I'd feel bad if he was just a stupid, naive, idiot Swede. I'd be like, I feel a bit bad for him. But the fact that he pushed that poison on people, I'll never lay off his neck. I will never lay off his neck. And also, he's too funny. Hey, guys, stop being so racist and ignorant, okay, guys? We all bleed the shame. So he's your top 3 favorite fighters right now. Oh, see, I always forget. I always get asked that. Who's your favorite fighter? I always forget. I'd have to look at BoxRec. And often like quirky little. I did quite like the Big Bang, but he's been shown up in the heavyweights. Let's think about the heavyweights. I mean, I like Usyk. Usyk's funny, but I'm just a bit bored because what I mean by that is, I think he should retire and go out with his legacy and just. I don't know, really, to be honest. I watch boxing for the fights. I don't get especially attached to an individual. I like Fury until he stopped being based and he started lying all the time. I don't know. Johnny Fisher? I'm just joking. I don't mind Fisher, actually. He's just never going to get anywhere. Yeah, all this posse putting around making fights in boxing does. Yeah, it's all talk. Modern boxing, talk. In the old days, you get articles in the paper, and you'd read every single one of them if you love boxing. Every single and boxing news and boxing and KO, mate. Well, that's all, right? And you would only get fights, on TV. You get once the fights are made, you get people talk. If they were big, they go on a chat show, like Ben Eubanks, and then you get the fights. You didn't have to watch endless press conferences and chat and blah blah. There's too much talking boxing. It's a soap opera. Usyk beats Parker, Triple D, and Moses, I reckon, not Caballero. Again, I don't know. I think at one point Usyk's going to get old. Ortiz chins Crawford. I'm not convinced by Ortiz at all. Caballero's fought immobile targets. Yeah. He fought nobody like that is a very good point, but he's dealt with them well. I do think Usyk probably be a bit clever for him, but he's a bit simple, isn't he? Well, it's just a typical naive idiot Swede. These guys had the virtually perfect country, no crime, loads of land, loads of nature. Yeah, it's a bit cold and high taxes, but really it was beautiful women, and they just pissed it out the wall because the diversity is our greatest strength. He's just an idiot. For some reason, the Nordics and North Europeans have been so easy to fill with propaganda. The most based Europeans are probably obviously East Europeans, because they know they haven't had the hard propaganda. But if you're talking Western Europe, probably, I don't know, the Irish, the Italians, you know. I often wonder about the Spanish. They had a huge empire. There seemed to be a bunch of pussy holes. Parker looked good against Usyk. Probably go distance go controversial again. Until they're signed, I'm not really worried. The time should actually fight. He's got a belt technically after beating Pulev last year. What do you mean the time beat Pulev? Oh, he should actually fight. Who are you talking about, bro? Let me reread that. Maybe I'm busy. Itama should actually fight as he's got a belt technically after beating Pulev last year. Beating him will make youngest champion technically. Who do you think he should fight, man? I reckon Itama ends up like his brother. The Karol Itama really got taken care of by that Argentinian guy. I don't know. He's got a big head, Moses. So, and he sparred a lot of big heavyweights. I tend to think he's got a good chin. If he hasn't, he'll get found out. You can still do well at heavyweight. No, in fact, what I mean is it's the hardest weight to do well at, heavyweight, if you don't have a good chin because they hit so hard. Vladimir managed it. You know, Floyd Patterson managed it, and that's a completely different era. But both got chins spectacularly a few times. So suddenly his family got run off the estate. I don't know. Apparently that's true. Grassy people. Apparently that's true. I don't know. I mean, like that's the rumor. Watch in case Otto comes to your door. Otto, stay away, please. I don't want you to hit me with your powder puff punches. When I tell him I'm pop punches, I think, oh, sorry, Triple B. I can't hit you because that would be racist. Johnny Conway. Should be thoughts on Trump Zelensky spat. I thought it was funny. But, you know, Zelensky's a scumbag, elitist. Trump is just is controlled opposition, you know. So it doesn't. He's at least he's entertaining, Trump. Snitch time, Sonny. Yep, snitch time, Sonny. Yeah, I named him that. Or one of my fans did, definitely. What about Ryan Garcia? Surely you like it. Yep, I do like Ryan. You're starting to see this crap. But yeah, the bad thing about Ryan is I thought, oh, he's a pretty boy. He's not taking boxing seriously. And I didn't expect him to beat Haney because he looked nuts. But he's suddenly turned based, right? Or at least partially based because he's still got those weird tattoos. And I believe he may be controlled, but he still says some base stuff. And it was hilarious when he beat up what's his face, Devin Ganey. I wonder if Spencer Fearon's son is still a Batman. Yeah, probably like his dad. He's fruity, his dad. Wally the white quitter, Wallin. Didn't true. He can press well, Western body combinations of high work rate, which is exactly start to beat Usyk. Probably the only time double. The only time. Do you mean time double wrote this? Double did okay against Usyk, but that was more because Usyk had just moved up and he wasn't used to it. But some people actually think Chisora beat Usyk, which is just stupid, man. But he definitely won a few rounds. The Norwegians are based. They're not in the EU. That's right. I give them that. But remember, as I told you, I had a Norwegian girlfriend, and they were so programmed and boring as well. And she had a friend who literally. They were talking. She was just talking about certain communities, and I mentioned the crime rate. She goes, "Oh, it's poverty. It's poverty. That's what it is." I was like, "Well, actually, no, because the poorest areas are X, Y, and Z, which are white areas. Oh, it's the racism. I was like, they can't get a job because." And then she went on and on. I said, "Well, what about sexual assault rates and raping?" She looked at me with a straight face and said, "They're a very sexual culture. It's how they express themselves. Who are you to judge their culture?" I was like, man, we are dealing with some idiots here, man. Well, Sweden's tragic, really tragic. I mean, imagine being that. Denmark's a bit more based. What a Scandi country is. Denmark's probably the most based. Is Finland count Scandinavian? I'm not sure it does. But Finland probably haven't been diversified very much. I mean, Itama should fight Pulev. Oh, I see. Because Pulev got a belt by but yeah, I guess to be frank, you could. Why not? Why not? Pulev is 42. Itama would beat him. Otto's next move is coming out interracial boyfriend. Michael, you haven't seen my video when he comes out with Craig David. Let's see if I can find it. Well, I won't play it. Just have a look. Craig David. And yeah, he diversifies by going out with Craig David, but he has to have a test on Sunday to see has he got the age. And he's still got that. Yeah, it's not footnotes. Cabell can get inside the big lumbering guys. He's fought, but I highly doubt he's going to have cut off the ring. Yeah, who knows? 100% Cabell had to invest in training to cut off the ring, close the distance. You're lacking the yeah, but they do say right. Cabell's body shots have been hugely effective. They downed the Big Bang Zhang, they downed Mahmudov, and probably slowed down Sanchez. And people say Usyk is suspect to the body. I mean, they might be grasping at straws, but he was dropped by Viterbi as the amateurs, and people bring up the Dubon low shot. It was a low shot, but it was still. And there's some other video of Usyk apparently being shot by a body shot. So Cabell being such a good body puncher might cause Usyk a lot of problems. Finland's too cold for diversity. Yeah, they're still bringing them to Sweden. What about Iceland? That hasn't been diversified yet, really. Otto, he seems like a nice guy. He's not made for boxing. He's not a nice guy. He pushed the jibber jabber. No, he's nice in that kind of naive idiot Swedish way, but he pushed poison onto people, you know? Booth vs Patel, who wins? Patel. Booth is an utter bum. What do you blame them for? Oh. Well, I blame the elitist. This elitist that chooses what goes on. Put a big one on Cabell if he fights Usyk. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the odds. Remember, don't make a decision on betting until you see the odds. You've got to bet on value, not on what you think will happen. If they offer me 4-1 on Cabell, I would dump money on Cabell. Absolutely. If it was evens, I'd be like, not sure. Not sure I'd put on that fight. If it's 3-1, I'd have a little bet on Cabell. If it's 4-1, I'd dump. What next with Congo Marshmallow Man? He's laughing in Congo. I have money. You have no money. I have money. I eat bushmeat. Laughing all the way to the bank. Maybe 30 quid. Yeah, I mean, for me, that's a big bet because I don't have very much money at the moment. Because of what happened. McCauley ends up, but he's still fighting FA Jagba, isn't he? But it's not an IBF eliminator anymore. So he's got that right. I've almost done 2 hours with only one very kind Mr. Shane Bongos, but I want to eat. And I don't eat too late because I'm trying to get the weight down a bit. I want to. I'm fairly fit. I'm hitting hard, but I want to lose a bit of weight. Again, it depends on the odds, but it's up to you, man. If it's evens, would you still put big? But Butterbean came in better shape than Bacoli. Yeah, but you can't blame Bacoli. To be fair, we should have stayed in better shape. He should have ticked along, and he had a fight coming up in 2.5 months later. But he wasn't in training for a fight. I mean, he was just sitting there around eating bushmeat and mangoes. I don't know. I don't watch him. I don't care. Bye, Chubby and everyone. See you all next time. Yeah, see you all. Yeah, I'm going to end it soon. Unless anyone wants to give me a super shekel, I'm going to go and eat. Ooh. Bully's called an end to this. Bully's called an end to the show. Ooh. Ending soon. George the monkey. I've got to do it once more. Sub-Zero wins. Fatality. Flawless victory. In fact, I'm going to shoot him in the head too to make sure he's done. Gonna be heading off now. Yep. See you, Chubby. Great fun stream. Thanks for honesty. Thanks, brother. Great to see you. Yes, Chubby. Hi, Liam and Chains. You're a bit late, bro. I'm closing up, bro. What did you reckon, Chisora? Spanking his Giala seems quite best. Yeah. I bet she stepped out of line and was disrespectful and encouraged. A lot of girls they do it all the time. I see it, by the way, I'm not suggesting anybody should slap their bird at all. I don't agree with that. But you got a lot of women that attack, just jab, push them in. They're wanting them to get slapped so they can cry, oh, I've been beaten by you, and tell everyone. Women can be very manipulative because they've got no physical strength, so they have to rely on manipulation. Tom Aspinall takes fights a week's notice, no problem. Yeah, well, Tom stays in the gym. Cheers, mate. Laters. Yep. Laters to everyone. I'm going to go now. Boom. 2 hours. See you guys. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure you watch my videos because a lot of the questions that people are asking, I'm like, I've answered these questions. I'm asking these questions. Watch all the Triple B videos. I'd be like my AKA Skinz Mortal Kombat video with Gay J. Go and watch that. It's only a minute long. Peace, guys, in the Middle East. So see you guys later. Sub-Zero wins. Fatality.